For almost a year, Sudan's paramilitary rapid support forces have been fighting the Sudanese army for control of the country. A civil war that has killed tens of thousands, displaced millions, destroyed infrastructure, and crippled the economy. On Tuesday, the UN Security Council was briefed on an increase in violence against civilians in Darfur, in the west of the country, amid fears that a repeat of what the US called a genocide 20 years ago could be unfolding there.
The panel updated the Committee on Increasing Violence against Civilians, including widespread cases of sexual and gender-based violence in the conflict across Darfur, particularly in the West Darfur.
A CNN investigation found almost 700 men and 65 children were forcibly recruited by the RSF in central Al Jazeera state alone over the past 3 months. Eyewitnesses said the militia group is using withholding food as a weapon for recruitment, as well as torture and summary execution. Meanwhile, the country teeters on the brink of famine, as the UN warns it could see the world's largest hunger crisis. Up to 3.7 million children are projected to be acutely malnourished this year. The UN has called on the warring factions to provide unimpeded access to deliver aid.
Hunger is pervasive. It's the #1 concern people expressed. There's food in the market, but it's simply unaffordable for most families. The scale and magnitude of needs for children across the country are simply staggering. Sudan is now the world's largest displacement crisis, and some of the most vulnerable children are in the hardest to reach places.
Meanwhile, the Sudanese army has made recent gains, retaking control of the country's national radio and television headquarters in the city of Omdurman last week.